New Year to everybody. It's a little bit late, maybe. Welcome to all the new subscribers. It is Cooper's Coy, and I'd like to show you a little bit of what's been going on over Christmas and the New Year with regards all the rain that we've been having. So I'll just spin you around and take you down the garden, and you can come and have a look and see what I've now got to get up to. See you in a bit. As we go wandering down the garden, you'll see that there's stuff on the side of the pond. Yes, we have many more inches of rain in the pond. The nice tidy cupboards that we did have is now a complete jumble of all sorts of stuff. The reason being, although I thought the guttering would do a fairly decent job on the back, because I haven't had a chance yet to get to put actual walls in down here, the damp decided that it wanted to play havoc. So basically all the shelves have gone. I've got mould, all sorts of rubbish growing on the ceilings, all the boards are going black, everything's falling to pieces in here. So basically all the work that I did end of the summer is slowly going to rack and ruin. So what we've done is we've purchased some large OSB boards. We're going to air fix them, not air fix as in the model, but air fix them as in make them safe and tidy, and actually batten them and make walls and put them down this side here. So they're going to make an end panel to go in there and another end panel to replace this here. We're then going to hopefully put some tubular heaters in here, which will hopefully dry the roof off. What I'm then going to do is I'm then going to put mask, suit and everything else on, scrub and vacuum all of this nasty stuff off the roof, and then paint it all with black waterproof paint. Also got to seal this side and that side. I thought the through draft would keep it fairly well aerated. Obviously not. Speak to you in a bit. Bob's certainly your uncle. We've had a major change of plans. I will explain when I've spun you around and show you what I'm talking about. It's all down to the very good lady indoors, Mrs. C. So I'll explain what we're going to be doing. What we can see is that is the shiplap cladding that we've got, which is the outside of the shed that we were going to have. There's a shed there which we've had for a number amount of years. What I'm doing is I'm basically throwing good money after bad, because I can't see how to make. I can, it's going to cost a lot of money, time and effort to try and make this waterproof. The base isn't waterproof. So many issues. You know, it was me trying to cobble together what I thought would work. So yeah, I know it looks like a lot of hard work and all the other bits and pieces, but basically the whole lot is coming down. It's going to be ripped out. The patio stopping, most definitely, but we shall saw the posts off level with the floor, and that is from this side to this side 6 foot. From the edge of the slabs over there to the back of the shed down there is 16.5 foot. So I've just delved into our savings account and bought myself a 16 by 6 pent shed, which will now, as I wander backwards, span from there all the way across to there. There'll be a set of double doors here with no windows, don't need anything, but basically we've got full access to go in through the unit. We can possibly, if I manage to work it out, put the quarantine tank in the front over here. Air source heat pump will go on the side over here. So there's a lot of rework and manipulations got to go on. So yeah, throwing good money after bad. It's a bit like the pond really. Good lady says, what do you ultimately want? And hopefully if I've got another 20-25 years in me, I've just turned 60 and taking semi-retirement, I want somewhere where I can actually do my hobby, look after my fish. As people say, it's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle. So I've got all the insulation, all the other bits and pieces. What we are going to do is obviously rip out the sheds. All the work and everything I've been doing inside of there, yeah, it's going to be disheartening, but as I said, it's just throwing bad money after, or good money after bad, I should say. It's not fit for purpose. It won't do what it needs to do. It's always been a compromise. I was trying to make do with what I'd got. Probably spent about £250–300 on the shiplap cladding, all the other bits and pieces. The plywood and that doesn't really matter because that was obtainable from work. Okay, the mineral felt roof, a few inches, and a fair few hours of work that I've put in, but it doesn't matter. We'll get what we want and we'll do it properly. It's got to be here for the next 20–25 years. We're going to give ourselves a decent place to keep the fish, decent place for us to be able to do the maintenance, somewhere nice, dry, warm, have heaters in there. Obviously the water's going to be burbling around and all the other bits and pieces, but that'll all be boxed up, and I think that's going to be the best thing to do. So the thing that we've got to do now is break everything down. Probably going to put the gazebo up because I've got the shed to empty and all the good stuff in there, take all the shelves out, take the thing down. Obviously I've got to put a foundation down properly as well, so there's going to be some more slab laying going on. The bamboo might have to come out, all sorts of things that have got to go on, and see how we can get things sorted. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you some more updates as they go on. Till then, I said, Bob's your uncle. Take care and stay safe. Speak to you soon. Good afternoon, YouTubers. It's Sunday afternoon, about 2:15 on the 16th of January. A little bit of rain this morning. Been working very hard over the last 3 days, well, 2.5 days. I've now took semi-retirement. Might have mentioned it in previous videos. 1 day a week I'm taking off, which is Friday at the moment. Hopefully moving to 3 days per week working and 2 off. But we've got Friday, so that's Friday, Saturdays and Sundays now to work on our projects, whichever one we want to be working on. As hinted in the early part of the video that you've been watching, throwing good money after bad, we've been rather busy over the last 3 days and a couple of evenings. It's been rather cold, frosty, ice on the floor. Done a few pirouettes, nowhere near as good as Torval and Dean, but we have certainly nearly come a cropper with a few bags of gravel. Let me spin you around. The reason why I'm facing this way is the rest of the garden is in a real mess, but we'll explain as we go on. Thank you. As you can see, first on the agenda is the gazebo, but it is now stuck on the front of the conservatory. We'll go and have a look in there in a little moment. As we pan round to where the trees used to be, you'll see a hell of a large amount of wood. Now, those bright amongst you should be able to guess by looking at the colour of the wood that that was a shed. Yep, it's all gone. Moving further round, it's a tricycle. It's brand new. If anybody wants one, give me a shout. Open to offers. Bags of rubbish, slabs, plain slabs, sacks of gravel. We've got through at least half a dozen of those already. Keep moving round and we should see a huge pile of wood. Now, that lot there is a new shed. A new shed, I hear you all cry. What for? When you've got a perfectly good one in the corner. As I said, good money after bad. Let me walk you down to the bottom of the garden and you should see something that's missing. There's where the shed used to be, no longer there. All the pipe fittings and everything that was all nice and tidy in there, it's now gone. Cleared, levelled, ready to lay plain slabs this time, because the chessboard patio for 4 slabs counting this way to here is all going to disappear. What we're going to do is go from approximately here where you can see the armoured cable coming through. That's 6 foot backwards. What we're going to do then is we're going to go 16 feet this way. Which should take us to somewhere about there. Oh no! What has he been building? Why has he been building it? What's he going to do with it? Well, beginning part of the video you'll have seen all the mould, all the other rubbish that was growing in there. It's continued to grow. I took the decision after discussing it with the good lady Mrs. C inside. She came down, had a look. She was heartbroken for me because everything was going mouldy and damp. Yes, we'd ordered the boarding, joists, everything else to try and make it into a good one. But that was like 150 quid that we'd spent there, plus the already £200 that we've spent on this area. Patio is going to be okay. What's going to happen is it's all going to come down. We're going to reclaim all of the feather edge on this side. That's got to come down because 6 feet is from the front post of the pergola. So if I go from the inside edge back to there, I've got 6 foot 6 inches. Give me a little bit of room around the back, and then we're going to go inside there, obviously build it all up. It's going to be a pent roof like that one, but we're going to do it properly because we want it for the forever shed. So talking you through some of the ideas that we've got, some of the plans, be able to show you some of the drawings later. Taking a leaf out of Phil's book from Telford Coy, turned the upstairs into a bit of a battle room. We've drawn the layout of all of this, worked out various bits and pieces. So talk you through. 16 foot shed, as I said, is going to start from about here. It's got double doors. It's then got 3 6 foot panels, 3 4 foot panels, 12, yeah, 3 4 foot panels, which is 12, built up to a standard height. We then put the pent sides on it, put some more across the top, and then the roof joists go and everything else goes onto it. What we're going to do is we're going to undercoat the bottom of the deck of the shed, which is over here, the sub base. So what you can see here, which is the base, this is going to be on this side here. It's all going to be treated. It'll be sealed, treated within an inch of its life. Got loads of old stain, decking oil, you name it, it's all going to go on it. The back of the unit, which is somewhere amongst all of these panels, the back side, this is all going to be painted black barn paint. 2 coats. Do it all nice and properly. We shall then start building. So I'll spin you around, you can look at my ugly face while I talk you through what we're going to be up to. See you in a bit. Let's run you through some of the things that we're going to be up to then. We are going to paint it, as I said, within an inch of its life on the back, probably because we're not going to be able to get to it too easily. So I'm just over 60 now and I don't want to clamber over the roof and get down there and try and start painting it, so we'll have 2 good coats of paint on the other side of it, protected by the trees, all the other bits and pieces. We've decided when ordering the shed to go for no windows. Now maybe I wish I'd have had one, but hey ho, we'll wait and see. So we've decided, or I've decided, along with Mrs. C, to do the best that we can for it, the shed. So what we're going to do is we've bought a rubber roof to go on the top of it, as Coy Soldier, as he's put on his filter house. We're going to put that on. We've got the trimming to go around the outside. We've also got some proper guttering to go around the back, the proper downpipe fitted into the soakaway that I built and put in around there last time. We've got the armoured cable, as you've seen. We've now got an 8-way fuse box, which is going to go on the inside of it. Bought the fuse box off eBay without any of the MCBs or RCBOs. Got all of those for all the other little bits and pieces that we've got going on. The existing fuse box is going to be reclaimed and have the 2 timers put into it, far easier to utilise and use. We're going to run conduit piping plastic all the way around the shed with the waterproof socket boxes on there. There's possibly going to be 6 doubles and a couple of singles going in there. The filter unit's going to go in there. The OSB board is going to be as a secondary base at the far end of the unit. That will allow me the strength in the foundations to put the vortex unit and everything else onto it. The vortex area is going to possibly take up a third of the shed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put a false wall on the inside of it with a doorway that we can shut off. So we keep all of that good stuff down that end. It's all going to be insulated with 20mm polystyrene blocks, which have already been purchased. We're then maybe going to skim it, not sure yet, with some plywood, 3mm, 5.6, whatever I can get my hands on, we'll wait and see. Fluorescent strip lights are going in, or rather LED strip lights are going in, so that it won't give us any bad reflections or anything else like that. So you good guys should be able to see everything that I'm going in to be able to do in there. All the pipe and everything all will be lagged. What else are we going to be doing? There's going to be a desk in there so we can work on it. So where to put the microscope, all those sort of bits and pieces. So basically it's going to have everything in there that we need. Saves trying to mess around with a shed over one side and then having to go across the other side and get wet and all the other bits and pieces. The whole shed will be heated, insulated, and do for what we want, or what I want basically. So that's the reason behind it. Yes, it's not cheap, but it does everything that we want it to do. It's going to give us the ability to be able to look after the fish properly, be able to do it properly, as I said, so we can flush out the filters and all the other bits and pieces, so it's a lot easier for me to get in there and do things. It's going to be warmer, and not going to mind going down there and doing a few bits and pieces, tinkering, bit of a workshop, those sorts of things. So we'll have the plans hopefully shown later at the end, but what I'll do is I'll talk you through where some of the other bits and pieces are going to go, because I dare say someone's going to go, oh, where's the fry tank going, and where's this going, and where's that going? So we'll spin you around and try and point out where various things are going to be going in the grand scheme of things. Stay tuned, and don't forget, Bob is definitely your uncle. As we walk down the steps here, we're going to have the air source heat pump located here. It's a nice draft through, all the other bits and pieces, no voiding of the warranty. Double doors, as I said, will be here to open out, swing either way. And what that allows me then to do, if I come down here, is that area there, which is a slab and a bit, and then 2 slabs up there by 3 slabs that way, will allow me to put the IBC in there. Yes, I can still open the doors, I've worked it out. Allows me then to run the pipe work and everything into the shed as well, so I can look after and maintain all of that. That is the thought process behind it. So what we're going to do, same as what we did before, bottom drain, retrofit. It's going to come up through into now the shed. It's now going to be pumped through. It's going to go through the sieve. It's then going to go through the vortex unit sitting over there. It's then going to go through into the moving bed, which I showed you, the green bin, etc, etc, etc. So all that will sit outside, inside the shed and go out through the back wall to return over that side there. No heat, you say? No, because what we're going to do is we're going to put the skimmer, that baby there, in this corner here. We're then going to come up and go through into the shed here. It's then going to go into the sieve unit. I've got 2 sieves. It's then going to come out and go through the air source heat pump, which will be here, back in. It's then going to go through the upflow filter, which is going to be sitting inside the shed here. That will then run across and come out into the top of the backy shower, which will be sitting here, and then come back into the pond. So everything will be lagged up. We'll have all of the units sitting in and outside. We should then get a draw, because we've got the water coming in through here, coming across. It's being drawn down into the bottom drain, and also it's being skimmed across into this corner. that's the logic behind it, I hope. Any comments or any suggestions or anything else that anybody's got, by all means fire away, always open to it. It's still in the work in progress stages, fairly fixed in my mind, but we'll see where we're up to. What we'll do though is we managed to reclaim all of this timber from the old shed, nice and dry inside, so all that's going to be used for framing out on the inside. Never waste anything. So we come up the garden, we'll show you what we have hiding in here. Slab layer, electrics, water, air source heat pump, another air source heat pump, brushes, UV pipe work, strip lights, electric sockets, air pumps, pipe, you name it, all the fittings, everything that was in the other shed is now in here. All out of the way and ready for me to grab hold of and be able to do everything that I need to. And what I'll do for the next few weeks. Hopefully, as I said, I'm going to be able to get... Problem is he's obviously waiting for this lot to try and dry. What I have got is I've got a 5x3 tarp, and I think I'm going to, once I've got the base area and everything sorted down there, I'm going to stretch the tarp right the way across the back area and try and put everything that we've got down there so we can make sure it's all nice and dry to work on. I hinted about it in the comments. Now we've actually shown you and explained what we're going to be up to. Stay tuned. As I said, Bob's your uncle. Till then, stay tuned. Thanks for watching, and those of you who haven't subscribed, if you feel like subscribing, it'd be greatly appreciated. Just helps keep the channel going and moving along, and thank you. Take care now.